Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia. I apologize for being a little tardy, a little after 11 Eastern. Okay, it's Wednesday, August 17th. All right, let's sign into TradeGATEHub. It's been one of the slower weeks for me. I've been keeping my eye on obviously on the perimeter because I have the team working for me, managing some long-term positions. But it looks like let's sign into TGH. Right, but first of all, I want to thank Mike Lombardo. If anybody didn't see that interview, Mike's a person that I bounce ideas and opinions off time to time. He has just as much experience on the trading side, and like I said, it was a great interview. I really appreciate him joining us. That was a great treat. If you puts things back into perspective, to go back to basics sometimes, and that's what you do. But leading here in today, specifically into Wednesday, it's a dichotomy in the market. You know what I mean? They're taking profits on a lot of the stocks that moved up, and they're taking up the low floaters. Anything in between is somewhat marginal or in the danger zone. It's a little profit taking, let things come back and come to you. And that's what it looks like today. Good morning, coach. By the way, great. Listen, what I was off in the afternoon, and let me go to TGH here, and I want to express this seriously. Listen, the market had a nice bounce off the lows, what 15 to 18% off the lows. And like we were saying almost every day, if you got through the tough times, which there were times when I even flinched, if you will. Certainly you're very optimistic, should be very optimistic about going forward. And it seems like everybody weathered it. We have more people participating. And my point into having this segue is right here. This best exchange I've seen yet. Strong move down in the market in the indices recently. Be careful of longs. Joba very well. Because the 200 moving average was the line in the sand. I mean, those type of conversations are what we really want. As BB Bed Bath and Beyond's going lower, giddy up. And you know what I mean. What's even more tantamount is, and it's more predominant here, is that everybody's developing their own style. And I think the one thing that everybody can agree on is you're not going to be short of stock selection or ideas, whether it be swing trading, day trading, or long term. You know what I mean? I post data that puts everybody in here all around it. To be redundant, this is like a medical school. You know what I mean? We're teaching you. You want to be a brain surgeon? We got coach for that. You want to be what do they call those things? A doctor, a dermatologist. We have that too. You want to be a physical therapist. You want to be a psychiatrist. Trust me, we got a lot of people in line for psychiatrists. So it's up for you to pick which field you want to go. We're just putting you in the field of play, so to speak. Okay, so even if I am going on tangents, let's go to great participation is my point. Everybody's really starting to learn together and get out of the jitters and putting money to work. It's been really, really great to see. Okay. Hi, guys. Good morning. Everybody's in. Coach, great call on crude, although crude did pop a little bit. Crude stocks are acting well. And we said that because good morning. Sava, great info. Okay. On G, and that was 18 hours ago. Let's take a look at Sava on the long-term chart. And the point is that we're not short of stock selection. I don't think Gerard, in all due respect, Gerard would have given that same stock, maybe 2-3 months ago. So here's Sava. So it had fundamental news. It had a gap up. It had range and it had volume. So the stock closed at 20, opened up 15, 18% from 24 to 36. Now, most people should know, and you should know this. If you didn't, then go through the routine. Sava has a huge short float. It's maybe a one-day wonder, if you will, as you see it come here resting at the 200-day, or at least having 200-day resistance. You know what? Maybe the move is over to the 200-day parted, but you have a stock with a range, of, I'd probably buy it. If I'm going to do it, it had that. First of all, this is the first line. This is the first line in the sand for the day. So this price was 28.15. It looks like right here. So it breaks 28.15. See what happens. Maybe you buy a little right here. Let's spike up on the dip. 28.20 maybe. Futures. What are they doing? We jinxed ourselves. All right. Actually, I'm not superstitious. I don't believe in jinxes. Okay. Short squeeze coming. You're read to the point. Sava. Good exchange. Kramer. So coach being able, first of all, you see Helene. Coach is Kramer's quoting Helene, and we've had her on twice. That's what coach says. So the market's pulled for a pullback. Great info. Pre-market movers, those are important. Of course, BBBY was here. So you see here, with pre-market movers, Bed Bath and Beyond, Sava, Fubo, Revlon, and MEGL and Kirk. They're all short squeeze candidates. So it tells you right there. It gives you a mood on when the market is saying right there on the downside, or look at volume. On the downside, there were more bigger stocks, earnings related. So I could tell right there what type of day it was going to be. There's our plan. Pardon me. Oh, it's been one of those weeks. There's our plan. Nevada. What else? There's our short-term sentiment. So listen, any questions? Justin, I know you're in here. And if you have any questions, please speak up. So let's see what the wise guys are doing right now. Option flow is tantamount right now because you know what? Stop. Now I'm getting back. Let's look at the long-term charts. Okay, so a stock like Apple. All right, so the green is always the money line. It's the 200 days. So you want to see how Apple rests on the 200 day. The big ones, Google. They really have no interest. PayPal, nothing. Square, Uber had a nice move. But you know what? That's failed. What am I talking about? Apple hanging in there. Microsoft above the 200-day needs a little bit of rest. Certainly, I don't think this looks bearish. Bed Bath and Beyond. Wow. DraftKings. So even stocks like Chewy that had nice moves up need a little bit of rest. We're still above all the moving average. Same as something like Etsy's not really there yet. XBI broke the 200-day. Probably needs some rest. Let's go to the weekly. It does need some rest, as a matter of fact. XBI, I look to get in probably about near 85. You know what? Maybe 88. Let's go to 88. We're not trying to pick the top on that one. We're going to step off the desk. Aline, wise guys. This is my Twitter feed. Always follow my Twitter feed. It's all about quality than quantity. So what are they doing today? I don't like the way the market looks right now. Phase, Coin, Square. It had no ego there. It was the good. It was good. Good. Listen, this is why I picked Square at the moment. Square in the weekly. Let me go to this because I posted in the room. What was I looking at on Square? Let's go to the daily. Let's even go to the 15-minute chart. So I looked at the gap here. That was the price, 81.40. It held it. Let's go to the daily, 81.40. Listen, all the 8, the 50-day, and the 21-day are all at the same price. Basically, what? Around 80, 40, now 79.24. So that's a line in the sand on Square if you feel brave. And I picked it at that price. I didn't hold a lot of it. I sold half of it, whatever. Okay, here's my boy Sunrise Trader. Everybody knows he's a friend of mine. So look at this. Some names with earnings behind them for this quarter that are green today. Valero, SD, SU, that was on our list to buy. Walmart, Lowe's, and EOG. Okay, so let's look at this. So it's Lowe's, EOG, CF, all stocks that I posted in the room this morning about what to watch on a macro level. Well, what's going on here? You know what? Market's selling off a little bit. Phase, what are we doing here? Buy a little more of that. All right, so here's the chart of the market. You know what I mean? So here's the nice run up. Everybody know the debate right now is if it's a bear market rally or a bull market, a new set on the market. So here's the SPOI. There's no surprise that even in the RSI channel that we pulled back the 200 days, 417 with 425. It's just like that old cliche. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Everybody wants the pullback now. So let's see how they hold and what happens. Stocks like AMD, below the 200 day, like that in NVIDIA. This Micron breaking right back down. I wouldn't like it to go below 59. ON Semiconductor, the strongest stock on the board. All right, a gap down and a pullback on low volume. We'll get to see what happens. Sava, hanging in there, actually. All right, what's going on now? Anybody have any questions? I'm a little bit all over the place, and I apologize. All right, so let's go to this. Suppose I were to get back from lunch. This is what I will look at. Bar chart, for example. Let's use bar chart. Stocks, Well, let's look at the stocks with range today. Obviously, a bunch of them are going to be on there like Sava and Globe. So who has range right here with volume? Okay, so far, Sava naturally has a 40% range with whatever it is, 100% of its volume. I'm interested. What has volume today? Right now, 46 million. I'm interested. BWV, said it again. Volume here. Canopy Growth, Coach Watson. COGT. Vero, no surprise, Cano. Vero, Vero, I said 14 times today in the room. I did. Let's look at the downside. Decliners with range. Decliners with range and volume. 43 million. Fubo, one day wonder. Apron, the short squeeze, one day wonder. So they even sell some of the short squeezes. VRM. Let's go. You know what? Even click this. What has heavy volume? Bed Bath and Beyond, Fubo, DNA, Teva, Apron, SRNE, Riot, Open. You know what I mean? All those little ancillaries, all those little secondary stocks that ran, that were the last leg of the market. When the last leg of whatever, a bounce or a bull market or a big, what I would consider somewhat of a U/V-shaped move, is when the low floaters start going. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. So let's see where the reset is. Apple's positive, a couple of best of breeds oils are positive. Walmart having a bounce like this. I don't know if it's the best thing, but it is, it's a place to run to. You know what I mean? That's what they look to do now. So, you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's going to be a slow week for me for the next week too. So I'm going to be in and out. You know what I mean? I'm treading lightly. No longer, it's flipped for me. I like the intraday action, if you will, as Vero breaks high. But I want the market to pull back because I want to continue to build on these winners that I've held in the long-term account, which always have been best of breeds. Gerard brought one up about LNG. Let's look at the LNG chart. I had that too. LNG. I wouldn't necessarily chase it here, but you know what? If the market rotates properly and LNG pulls back, certainly be looking to buy it in the mid 140s. What else is going on? Anything else? Any other questions, peoples? Good. Thank you for the participation. Thanks again for Mike. And my routine is this: always go to the YouTube play channel. Or even take hint from my Windows screen or what I follow. My Windows screen tells it all, doesn't it? Business Reuters, Business News, Seeking Alpha, Investing.com, articles, stocks that are trading pre-market, which I post every morning. Okay. Bar chart, which I have here, I post all the time. Just go to stocks. Stockscreener.com. What's moving up now? What's moving up is as of 11:20. And you can also go by time. So SDWIR is moving up, Lilly, J&J. So they're going, it's CPNG. So they're going to safety stocks, if you will. What's moving down now is the market somewhat in the middle of the range as of 11:20. PGR, LNT, Sava pullback. So Swin, Apple's pulling back, SFXIS, no big deal. It's Stitch Fix, that is. Up high in relative volume, all that matters. If you're not going to use bar chart, use this. Here's the relative volume. Sava, to no surprise. Ear, Lowe's. Where's Lowe's? Somebody told me to fade that today. Or suggest that I fade it. And you know what? I have no interest because this is what I see when I go to Lowe's. Lowe's has a nice run up at earnings. Same what had Home Depot. Home Depot, a little bit of a blip. What are you going to do? It's an insize. What is this FAZE? It's FAZE. I have a low floater. I'm going to buy a couple more. I'm going to average down into a low floater, not suggested. But I only have 3,000 shares, so I can swallow it. Sava, BWV are one now. This one is moving up nice. BWV. All right, BWV takes out here. I have a lot of it now. My average price is 417. Bed Bath and Beyond, Phase, Coin, or Square. Where's our Square? 1 minute chart on Square. Nothing. Is it holding? Is it holding all these? You see that's also a key. See if Square holds. GLPE. Great call, Lewis. BWV. Ripping. Any questions? Listen, great communication, guys. And like I said, the most thing I'm proud of is everybody's developing their own style. And I know I throw a lot out there. When Jobic first came in the room, he's like, whoa, a ton of things going on here. But you know what? It is an advanced room. And it's like I always say, if you want to get better at golf, you play with better golfers. You don't play with hackers. You want to swim better, jump in the deep end. Don't go in the bunny, whatever they call it. Or you want to ski good? I'm not saying go break your leg on the black diamond or anything, but certainly try to look past the bunny slopes. And if we do throw a lot of here, it's because, in time, it'll get simpler and simpler. So any of the questions I always ask, I don't think anybody will deny that. So I'll leave you here to Wednesday, 11:20. Continue keeping in, communicating in the room, have a plan, and thanks for participating. I'll keep posting. Enjoy the rest of the day. Trade well. Thank you, guys.